Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Njasi, and today we are diving into something that's the backbone of all modern communication, and that's networking. So whether you are browsing the web, sending an email, or even streaming this video, networking is making it all happen behind the scenes. So let's break down what's networking, how it works, and why it's important. So at its core, networking is the practice of connecting multiple devices so that they can share resources, communicate, and exchange data. So this can be between computers, phones, servers, or any device with internet access. In today's world, no device is truly standalone. Everything is connected and thanks to network. So network has made everything uh, be able to be connected to one point or another. The connectivity aspect of it has been made possible by networking, and understanding networking is very important because if you need to secure a space, you need to understand how they communicate. If you need to understand, you need to understand what, like for example, people are talking, you need to understand their language. The same thing, the language of the internet is uh, networking because it gives the protocol and the rules of what should be happening, what should be, uh, what is going on. So if you think of networking, we can give it like a highway system, and data like cars traveling from cars that travel from one device to another using the specific routes. So data can travel from one point from one device to another. The same thing to cars that travel within a highway system from one point to another. And for the cars to be able to travel from one point to another, you need to use a specific route or a specific uh, channel so that they can have a destination. And cars also need to observe traffic rules, and the same thing to data that is transmitted between devices from one point to another or from one device to another. They need to adhere to the internet protocol. The internet protocols are the rules that govern how data can be transmitted, or the flow of data from one point to another. So the most common protocols that we shall be covering or shall be getting in touch is the TCP/IP, also known as transmission protocol, and the internet protocol. These ensure that data gets to the right place without getting lost along the way. And the same thing, as I've said, cars traveling within a highway, they need to follow a specific or a defined route so that they can reach their destination. Without having this defined route or specific channel, we can have a mix-up on the same. So that point, we couldn't go for any further without understanding the types of network, because uh, we can't discuss this interesting uh, topic or subject or domain within the tech space without understanding the types of network. So we have so many types of networks, but I'll just name a few at this point. But later on, we shall be covering more as time goes by, as we dig in. So the first we'll cover is the LAN, or the local area network. This covers small this which is used to connect devices within a small locality or a small area like an office or a home. Next, we have the WAN, or wide area network, which covers much larger areas. Think of the internet itself. So there we have also the WLANs, which use the Wi-Fi standards like the IEEE standard 802.11, which WLAN is basically the Wi-Fi that everyone is aware of or has ever been in contact with, most probably. Next, we have the MAN, or the Metropolitan Area Network, which covers a larger geographical area than WLANs or WLANs, usually city or a large campus. MANs often use fiber optics or wireless backbone to connect multiple LANs or WLANs within the metropolitan uh, region. So MAN uses converges or puts together all the LANs or WLANs within a city or a region. As I can indicate here, we have an internet that spans across cities that are here. So the man uses fiber optics or wireless to connect these regions. So next we have the VPN, or the virtual area networks, which adds an extra layer of security to your network by having an encryption or adding encryption to your communication protocol. So one of the coolest thing about networking is the how it is flexible. You can have a simple network with just a few devices at home or have massive complex system that span across internet. Like for example, you have a company or you work within an organization or government need to communicate, government agencies or entities need to communicate. They can have complex systems that span across different continents. So the flexibility of the internet matters a lot because it helps in customization or uh, scalability, moving to a scale that uh, fits your need. So we need to understand why networking matters. We couldn't go this far, then understanding why it matters, this infrastructure, this backbone of the internet. So as I said, it's the backbone of the internet. The global network we use every day is the backbone, and everything could not happen without networking. None of this would have existed. Like for example, business rely on networks to operate efficiently. Employees use them to share files and send emails, uh, and multiple to share emails, send emails, and manage projects. Video gamers rely on network for multiple player modes. For example, you have a player in another region and you need to communicate, or you need to play with them, share the game resource thanks to the internet that will make it possible. Don't forget the rise of Google Cloud Computing services like Google Cloud Drive or Dropbox. We have so many cloud computing devices, not even Google, we have Microsoft, so many cloud computing services. And the healthcare system, the agriculture system, all these industries are connected or uh, networking has made the infrastructure of their communication quite simple or has enhanced their operations. So that's all made possible because of networking. But with great power comes great responsibility, of course. To whom much is given, again, much is expected, and that's why we have so many uh, advantages of so many good things that come with the internet. Therefore, we need to secure this because uh, the, the 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 sweetness within the internet also attracts some intruders or uh, bad hackers with the intruders with the bad motives, so that they want to siphon some of this stew within the the good space that we have been provided. That's why securing networks is super important. Whether it's at home or in business, making sure your network is secure can protect you from hackers, malware, and threat act, uh, uh, other threats. And I said before, uh, everyone has or a hacker has or a hacker has a motive, and the motive spans from so many regions or comes from so many regions, and they're attracted with so many aspects. Therefore, uh, the to the internet, the only way that they can infiltrate the system or they infiltrate into your data is through the network, and that's through manipulating the protocols. And hacking, as I said before, just manipulating the protocols. And before you manipulate the protocol, you need to understand the protocols, the very protocols, and or before you secure the very protocols, you need to understand them, because you cannot communicate with the people that you don't understand their language or how their language is communicated. So understanding the language of the internet is very important, and that's networking. Understanding what the future of networking holds for us is very important. So so what next? Well, we are moving towards a faster and smarter networks. 5G technology is already changing how we use mobile data. The Internet of Things, or IoT, is connecting everything from smart fridges to security cameras. Plus, advancement like network automation and defined networking are making it easier to manage large scale networks. Yes, uh, the future of networking is promising and is big. That's why we have because we have so many actors, of course, or devices or users every day that are getting into the networking space. And with having advancement like the network automation and SDN, that is software-defined networking, has made at least uh, managing the network quite easy because unlike those the previous engineers, network engineers who had to work on everything piece by piece, right now we have automation that we need to understand where the problem is. Thanks to machine learning and AI, you can be able to using the data, you can be able to see for and understand where the problem even is and debug the same. SDN is very important because it has an automated aspect of it because it can autocorrect whatever whenever we have an issue, and a human interaction uh, is least needed, or whenever it's needed, it cannot stop the operation. It can be uh, come later, but if everything relied solemnly on the human interaction, it could be quite hectic because the number of okay, okay, the network demand against the human or the professional supply will be inversely proportional. So having all this automated and software-defined networking application has really helped because IoT has so many devices that managing all of them or handling each on one of them and making sure they communicate has but the defined rules is quite hectic. Therefore, having this software-defined automations and other stuff are quite handy. Networking is only growing to more important as we move into a more connected world. So whether you are thinking about a career in tech or just want to better understand how your devices talk to each other, learning about networking is key. This point comes begs the end of our episode networking. Remember, this is just the beginning. This is just the tip of the iceberg of networking. The next episode will be diving deeper. So thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about networking or other tech topics, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions or video requests, drop them in the comment section below. Until next time, stay safe in the cyberspace. Bye bye.